beef shank and ribs. For the beef shanks, we got minced onion, tomato paste, and we're gonna add in some beef stock. And you just give that a stir and make sure you get that tomato paste mixed in. For this one, we're gonna use this Yellowstone rub and seasoning. Add some more seasoning on top. We marinated these in a root beer marinade, which is 2 liters of root beer, a little bit of white vinegar, and some granulated garlic. This texture on the fiber of the meat nicely broken down. It's gonna be really tender. And what we're gonna do with these now is we're gonna rub them with some mustard. These are St. Louis ribs. They're nice and meaty. You could do this with any kind of rib you prefer. For this one, we're gonna use this Yellowstone rub, Cowboy Barbecue. Has a nice mustard smell to it already, and it's gonna go really nice with the meat that's already sweetened by the root beer. So here's our beef shank. Be similar to how you would do it in a crock pot, but it's gonna give it a lot more flavor this way. Here are our ribs, and of course, steak wolf will help. I want it to hit an internal temperature of 185, and then we're gonna go into a rest before we finish on the grill. Have the beef broth and onion, the beef shank smoked in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reduce it down. But before I do that, I'm gonna use my immersion mixer and break down the onion to make it a little thicker. All right, got that nice and pureed. So now before it starts boiling, I'm gonna add a little bit of balsamic vinegar and a little bit more tomato paste. Just gonna keep it stirring slowly until it reduces. And now I'm gonna take the shank, put it back in the middle pan, and pour this over it and let it sit and rest while I finish up the ribs. Looks really good. Let's get our taste tester in here. Not you.
Let's try the shank with sauce. It's the best shank I've ever had. I mean, beef shank is kind of a tough meat. Doing it this way really breaks it down. That sauce is super flavorful. So let's try the root beer ribs. Wow. I mean, look, the bone came right out. Still good, crispy texture on the outside, but like super soft on the inside. Flavor-wise, maybe the best ribs I've ever had. I'm gonna put it in the top 2, and I've had a lot of ribs.